Good morning, millennials. It is a beautiful, sunny, bright, and happy Wednesday here in New York City, and I am not hungover.
But not too warm, you know?
Right.
It's a cool 60. I was going to wear jean shorts, but then I put on jeans.
And like, honestly, having drinks and then not being hungover is amazing.
It's the best of both worlds.
I was in bed by 1, so like I got like 6-7 hours of sleep, so like I'm good.
Which is fine. That's more than enough for most people.
And I'm just feeling so happy to be alive. It's an amazing show. As always, Jackie and I are more than happy to deliver the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you take a bite out of your morning toast. And then we are going to be joined by someone I'm really excited about.
So excited about.
Vinny Guadagnino, also known as Vinny G, from the Jersey Shore, the Keto
Guido.
Will be joining us. If you have questions for him about Miami, about keto, about whatever, make sure to drop a comment on Facebook or on YouTube, and we will do our best to get it to him. He'll be joining us a little bit later on in the show, so relax, have a drink, take a seat, go get coffee, talk to Sally from the water cooler.
No, stay here. And watch the show.
No, bring your phone with you to the water cooler.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And get headphone splitters so you and Sally can watch together.
Oh my God, I'm just dead, but like alive. I cannot believe my shows are tomorrow, like starting. Like I just want to let you know, like I'm really unprepared.
Do you want to prepare a little bit now? Like, do you want to work through some ideas?
Okay, sure. So like, I don't know, like it's so awkward to do stand-up because it's like fake. Like you have a routine.
I completely agree.
When stand-up is like marketed as this like off the cuff, like comic, la la, and it's like not. You like fake it and like.
And you have to like fake, like we
go on tangents. Vinny, he does stand-up.
Oh, you should. We go on tangents all day on the show, but like you have to plan your tangents for stand-up, which is
Jackie,
so crazy.
You have to plangent.
It should be plangent comedy.
No, and like for my first 2 shows at Caroline's, like the first one felt so good and like authentic, and then like the second time I was like, I am a fraud, and I knew that there were like some people. I know Alana Paris bought tickets to both the shows. Like, Alana Paris knows that I'm lying. Like I felt like a fraud.
Okay, but every comedian does that. Like you're in the same boat as Kevin Hart, Amy Schumer. So like Joan Rivers.
By the way, I've really started to like brand myself as a comedian.
How's that going? Do you like it? Because I remember you are comic.
Yeah, right. And so last night I was out with some friends, and like this guy came over who like knew one of the people in my party, and he ended up like sitting down for a while, and he was like a director. So he was like, "What do you do?" And I was like, I just said it. I was like, "I am comic," and he was like, "I'm a comedian." No, he was like, because Kate was saying something about my shows, and he was like, "What kind of shows?" And I was like, "Stand up." He's like, "Oh, you're a comedian?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "That's awesome. Like, where do you perform?" And like, Caroline's is very prestigious. So I was like, "Caroline's?"
And
Zany's in Nashville.
Zany's in Nashville.
Which, by the way, I asked Kelsey Ballerini. She's like, it's very legit. She saw Chris Rock there.
Oh my! I was looking at their Wikipedia. It's rich in history.
Yeah, so I just wanted like
Is it Zany's or Zanny's?
I mean, for us, it's probably Zanny's, but Zanny's is what people call Xanaxes. Like, yo, you want to pop a couple Zannies?
I love it even more. We're going to Zanny's with a couple Zannies.
I'm gonna have a Zanny at Zanny's.
I'm gonna have a Zanny after Zanny's.
Me too.
Okay,
I'm so excited.
I can't wait for Zanny's.
We announced yesterday that our Nashville live show would be June 6th.
In Nashville,
week of CMA Fest. It is sold out. We're so excited to see everyone there, and I'm so excited. Like we don't have like a pit about like selling the tickets. Like it's done. You know what I mean?
Totally. And it was like a full day cycle, and it's a new day, and I'm literally so excited. And I don't know why, I feel like it's not going to be as pit-worthy as like other things that we've done have been.
Well,
like,
so I don't get any pits.
Our first ever live show, my
so
stomach
nervous.
was in knots, and I don't even know why. We do this like...
Yeah, I mean, it's different in front of an audience.
We do this in our sleep.
But like, I had not a pit in the world because like doing it with someone else is a dream.
Compared to doing it by yourself.
Oh my God, like it's so fun. Like,
and we have like the template of the stories, and like the show pretty much writes itself.
So, like, it's not the same when you're a one-woman show on Broadway, but you know, that is the life I chose for myself, and it is the life I will continue to lead.
And you can't, like, you have to do it in order to say you have a one-woman show on Broadway. So, like, that's the price you have to pay.
If you're watching right now and you do have a ticket, here's what I ask of you as an audience member. Just, like, laugh like...
Your life depends on it.
No one's watching. Just laugh, 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 laugh. First of all. Second of all, have a lot of drinks, because, like, that'll just help the overall morale of the show. And third of all, just have a good time.
Totally. I'm so excited. And I'm looking forward to you preparing something a little new. Because the first time I watched it, like, I totally get what you mean. It's so weird to hear planned jokes.
Yeah, and there's like 5 people who were there both times.
We're so not planners, especially not you, because you don't even have a planner.
I don't have a planner.
But I'm so excited for some new material. It's my favorite show on Broadway, and you guys know I don't even like Broadway. Okay.
I'm ready.
Are you ready to jump right into the fast 5 stories you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast?
Completely.
Okay. It's a very Taylor Swift heavy day because She started her tour last night, not without a gift from Katy Perry. Bad blood no more, asks TMZ. Taylor Swift and Katy Perry's long-standing feud is apparently water under the bridge, but Adele's not involved in this.
Right.
Because Katy sent a literal olive branch, and it looks like Taylor accepted. Taylor posted a short video showing off a gift she got from Perry with the caption, "Thank you, Katy," and some heart emojis. It's actually one emoji with 2 hearts, TMZ.
And she said, "This means a lot to me." She vocally said that.
And of course, the toasters, being the sleuths that they are, read the note that Katy sent her, which said, "Hey, old friend.
Oh, yes.
I have been doing some reflecting on past miscommunications and hurt feelings between us. I really want to clear the air." It goes on to say that Katy is deeply sorry about something.
But part of the letter was covered by the olive branch very meticulously by one Taylor Swift.
Oh, I'm sure.
But you know what? I'm so here for this. Like, this feud is not only ancient, tale as old as time, but like
the genesis of it wasn't even like
real. It's over backup dancers.
So, I don't know, 5 years over backup dancers does not a feud make.
No, I totally agree.
If it was over John Mayer, I would understand.
Oh, right.
That's what everyone thought it was over.
They should get together and just talk about John Mayer and how he never fulfilled them because he's an eternal bachelor. It's like, as much as I want to date John Mayer, I know he would only break my heart. So, like,
what's the point?
What's the point? But, like, honestly, the point is just to experience making love to John Mayer, and, like, that's where the broken heart.
Well, you could do that without dating him. And if that's all you want from him, then he can't break your heart because your heart's not in it.
Okay, but it's not all I want from him. Like, I want an emotional connection, and I want to live in Montana with him.
Oh, so it's like a Nikki Bella, John Cena situation.
Exactly. Like, I just can't get him to commit.
It's a Carol Adam situation.
Exactly.
Anyways, my theory is, though, that, like, Katy Perry went to the Met Gala, was with the Kardashians, who they've been getting along, like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and so Katy and the Kardashians have been good. North went to the Katy Perry concert, but I feel like something happened at the Met Gala, which prompted Katy to send an olive branch to Taylor the next day, switching alliances.
Yeah, it's odd timing, I would say.
It's odd timing.
But it's also not because it's the beginning of her tour. So I don't know, is it that or is it the Met Gala? Who knows? But, like, obviously Katy was the one to, like, extend the olive branch. Like, Taylor would never.
Never. Also, what Taylor did to Katy Perry, like, I think of all the things that have gone down, the meanest thing that she did was release her whole catalog of music to Spotify on the day that Katy Perry's album got released. Because everyone was so excited to listen to Taylor Swift, like Katy Perry's album just slipped through the cracks.
Oh my God, I didn't even know that she did that.
Yes.
So Taylor released her music back on Spotify after years of not being on Spotify on the same day that Katy Perry's album got released.
Which is just like business cruelty.
No, totally. But, like, I don't think that album was gonna be like a hit maker regardless.
No, but like someone like me, for example, who is a fan of Katy Perry's music and gives New Music Fridays a chance every Friday. When I would have listened to Katy Perry's album that day, but I never listened to it because I listened to the Taylor Swift catalog. And if I don't listen to your album on New Music Friday, I'm never listening to it.
But also, side note, Taylor Swift being back on Spotify has just, like, really enhanced my life.
My entire life.
Like, in so many positive ways.
And it's like, if you're in it, sometimes with music, it's like you have an abundance of music and you can't even pick what to listen to, but sometimes there's a drought.
Yeah.
And in those situations where you don't know what to listen to, Taylor Swift always works.
Always.
Always applies. She is always pertinent to the situation. There's so many cameras, I'm just like.
Yeah, and also, like, I see Jackie's getting some close-ups. Like, am I? I just want to make sure I'm covered.
Or maybe this is my camera and that's your camera.
I am?
You're
okay.
getting close-ups.
How do I look? Okay, Jacob says I look good.
My highlight is
also, PSA,
poppin'.
we need the toasters to leave Jacob alone. Like, guys, Jacob's a nice
You
boy.
guys.
He has a girlfriend. Like, leave him alone, okay?
Jacob has a girlfriend. They are very happy and cute together.
They just got a dog.
We saw them at the Greatest 21st.
They just got a dog. Like, it's serious.
It's very serious.
Leave him alone.
And yeah, but he's a great guy. Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, put to bed.
Totally. But, like,
is it?
It's such a tangled web of lies, like, between everyone. And, you know, like, I don't know. It's just like, if I was Katy Perry, like, this is the thing. I stan Taylor. I'm totally her friend. But, like, I'm just, like, I'm looking at it from, like, a third party. Like, if I was Katy Perry, like, would I want to be Taylor Swift's friend? Like, there's no way this feud would have ended if Katy Perry wasn't the bigger person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I feel like Taylor just feels like the victim. Like, she won't reach out. Like, I feel like she thinks the whole world has turned on her.
Right.
So she can't, like, rise up above it because she's in the situation. Like, the ball's in
Taylor's
Katy's
kind of
court.
ostracized, too, from, like, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't have that crew anymore. She's not friends with any of those girls anymore.
Well, maybe she is,
before.
but she's not so fucking extra about it, thank God.
No, but, like, she's not friends with Carly anymore. And that really broke the whole
group.
The foundation. And I don't think, like, I don't know, this is just a vibe that I get. I don't think Ryan Reynolds, like, liked him and Blake being, like, put in that basket of, like, squad. Do you know what I mean?
Of big
losers.
Yellow
like,
belly losers.
Like, some people needed the squad. Like, Lena Dunham, like, the squad, Martha Hunt, like, the squad really gave them, like,
Haley Steinfeld.
gravitas.
Actually,
she doesn't need it now.
She had an Oscar nominee.
But, like, I don't know. I just think, like, everyone's kind of over it. And I really don't think her and Selena are friends anymore.
I mean, it's so childish what she was doing. And, like, even as the squad was happening, and it's so crazy because I was watching the squad, I'm like, this is lame as hell. But then, like, the media is like, Taylor Swift's Girl Scouts, everything you needed and more.
Yeah.
Like, no one needed it.
Yeah.
And it should dissolve. And if you're going to hang out with your friends, just hang out with your friends and don't, like, be freaks about it.
No, totally. And this is like Taylor's thing. Like, she pulls the woman card like all the time to the point that where it's like it's working against us as a gender.
Totally.
Like, you can be a feminist and you can like have female friends and empower one another without being annoying about it.
Totally. However, to her credit, the old Taylor can't come to the phone right now because she's dead. And so the new Taylor has not done these things.
Yeah. So I'm only basing my life from here on out off of the new Taylor.
Okay, speaking of the new Taylor, I'm going to skip to our third story just for continuity's sake, because Taylor Swift, like we said, first stadium tour last night, University of Phoenix Stadium.
In Glendale.
I saw on her Snap. Glendale, you went to Glendale, didn't you? No, you went to Scottsdale.
Yeah.
How do I know Glendale? Anyways.
I know how you know Glendale, because it sounds like the place from Riverdale, Greendale.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
And like, I don't know, everything happens in Glendale, I guess.
Okay. Taylor Swift called out Kim Kardashian for bullying during her show last night. Taylor Swift and Katy Perry's feud might be done and dusted, but the pop star's beef with Kim Kardashian is nowhere near over. As the Morning Toast reported, like when we saw that Instagram story, I was like,
by the way, you don't have screen recording capabilities?
No, I have the iPhone 7 with iOS not screen recording.
Okay, you should get it. It's awesome.
No, I want it, but I just feel like there's a certain, like, I have to get the new phone in order to get the new iOS.
No, you can update your phone and just get it.
But sometimes the newest updates, they break your phone.
Yes, that is very true.
If Apple wants you to get a new phone, and I think Apple wants me to get a new phone. Taylor kicked off her Reputation World Tour on Tuesday night and chatted to the audience about the low point in her life when Kim Kardashian exposed her on Snapchat on National Snake Day.
Oh, wait, Jackie, people know why you know Glendale. It's like a famous Keeping Up with the Kardashians on Courtney's like, this is Glendale.
No, I'm sorry.
What about it's snowing Pussy Willows?
That I know, and your sister's going to jail. Yeah. We need to talk about that in a second. First, let's get through this story. A couple years ago, Taylor said, when someone called me a snake on social media and it caught on. And then a lot of people called me a lot of names on social media, Taylor said. And I went through some really low times for a while because of it. I went through some times when I didn't know if I was going to get to do this anymore. And I guess the snakes. I wanted to send a message to you guys that if someone uses name calling to bully you on social media, and even if a lot of people jump on board with it, that doesn't have to be you. It can strengthen you instead. And then she performed Long Live.
Here's the thing. What we know about Taylor Swift, like, and we know this to be true, is like she's super calculated. Everything she does is like a move. It's strategic. It's PR. But this Kim thing was so unexpected, and it flew her through a loop.
It threw her.
It's not through her.
It's threw her through a loop. It's both throughs.
By the way, that's like a weird through a loop.
Threw her through a loop. It threw me through a loop. It threw me for a loop.
No, it threw her
through a loop.
I feel like I would have noticed this whole time, like if that phrase was weird. It threw her through a loop.
Yes, but two different spellings of through.
No, I understand, but like the double th is odd.
It threw her for a loop? For a loop, people are saying.
I thought it was flew her through a loop. No. That sounds right.
It threw her for a loop.
Okay, it really rocked her world. I'll say. Yeah. It rocked her world because like she's like been this person for so long who like every article that comes out about her, like even if it's good or bad, she had something to do with it. Like she's that powerful. And for something like this to happen that totally confirmed what everyone thought about her as this like manipulative shrew, Friends reference, I don't think she'll ever get over it. Like her feud with Kim will never, even if Kim apologized, like it would never settle because like I know how Taylor Swift thinks, and in her mind, what Kim did is like the most unforgivable.
I agree, and I don't think Taylor will ever forget like the feeling that she had like that day, and I'm sure like in her mind like she has plotted like the death of Kim Kardashian, you know, like so even if
maybe she was involved in Paris.
Like I wonder what her
like thoughts were.
Actually, I don't think she was pleased about it because it made Kim even like more of a sympathetic character.
Yeah, and like everyone just loves her even more now.
Totally. But even if they patch things up, which I'm sure eventually they will because, you know, the news has to move on, she'll never forget. Hashtag never forget.
No, like, I feel like I kind of understand the way Taylor Swift thinks, and like, I get how devastating this is to her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was to her. Like, she's fine now.
Yeah.
Sort of. It's like we still are always talking about it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like she's still like in the process of rebuilding herself. She's not like rebuilt.
You know when like the wire in your bra snaps? And then like the wire like starts digging into your boob?
I don't know about a snapping, but I know about a digging.
Yeah, digging. Like that's me right now.
Why don't you just unclip it in the back?
Are you nuts?
No, but like
leave a guest.
It'll still support.
Okay, what else?
Colton Hayes files for divorce from Jeff Leatham, which is really actually
They've
really shocking.
They've only been married for what, 6 months?
Yeah, so Colton Hayes and Jeff Leatham, he's kind of, that's like a tongue twister, Jeff Leatham. Are officially...
Jeffy, it's like Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Ruth's Chris. That place confuses me.
It just
because
like
is it a chain or is it prestigious or is it both? That's crazy.
It's literally the best restaurant like in the world.
I've never been.
Jackie, so the best part about...
I just remember that Miley used to go like in her heyday with like Mandy and like that guy Justin that she was dating. Yeah.
Well,
she was always spotted at Ruth's.
Me and Ben, there's only one in the city and it's like not popular at all. It's like much more of a West Coast thing, I think. And when me and Ben were in Puerto Rico, we were staying at a hotel that had a steakhouse in the lobby. And we're like, Ruth's Chris. We thought it was like Puerto Rican. We're like, Ruth's Chrisa, you know? And we go and it was unbelievable. Like Ben had this halibut and I had this like it was so good. We get home, we're telling everyone about this indigenous steakhouse to Puerto Rico. Ruth's Chrisa. And they're like, Ruth's Chris, you know, it's like they have one literally on every corner. And we're like, what? We were like, no way. And they were like, yeah, like it's legit, like a TGI Fridays.
CPK.
And we're like, but the indigenous halibut. Like we were shocked and embarrassed. And now we go all the time.
To the one in New York?
No, but like when we travel, like we went to the one in Orlando. When we went to the one in New Orleans, like every time we're in, like it's like. Oh, is that where it started? It started in New Orleans, says Jacob. So like we just go all the time. It's so.
I guess
good.
like in New York you don't go because there are like millions of restaurants. But when you're in like a foreign city, it's just like Ruth's Chris brings you home. Okay, they're headed to Splitsville.
How did we get to Ruth's Chris from Jeff Leatham?
Because
that's a tongue Jeff Leatham.
It's a tongue twister. And it's clear who pulled the plug on their relationship because Colton has filed for divorce. That doesn't always mean that, by the way.
And by the way, Jeff's richer, so like.
And when I read Brandy Glanville's book, like she said that she didn't file for divorce because her girlfriend told her not to because you have to pay a fee. And in hindsight, she wishes that she had done it and just paid the fee because like that sense of like being the one to break it off. Yeah. I don't know if I finished her book because it started to get really repetitive, but that's something that I got out of it, that you have to pay a fee to file for divorce.
That's shocking.
Shocking. So who's the richer one, Jeff?
Yes, Jeff is the empty vase. No. Open vase? Empty vase is the poem.
He's the flower man.
Wait, empty vase is the poem that the waiter wrote about Monica, and she like didn't get that he was calling her like ugly and vapid. But open vase, what's his company called? No, maybe it's empty vase.
Okay, well,
No, it's bothering me.
Jacob is on the case, and Colton is that Teen Wolf money. So I think they're both okay. But
yeah, like by the way, who the hell is Colton Haynes?
He looks so much different, but I'm pretty sure he was on Teen Wolf, and then I'm pretty sure he dressed up as Shrek one year for Halloween.
No, not Shrek. That's how I know him also. The mean lady from Under the Sea.
Oh, Ursula. But no.
Jeff's the artistic director of the Four Seasons Hotels, All the Flowers.
Yeah, but what's the company called? I follow him on Instagram. Everyone.
Okay.
Now I have to
check it out. But I know that Colton Hayes dressed up as Shrek one year and like went full out in green. And I guess he must have done Ursula the next year. He must be big on Halloween. That's literally the only way that I know him.
I thought he was like a makeup artist because he did that.
No, he's just like a big Halloween guy. Just like me. I'm a big Halloween guy. I want to go as Shrek and Fiona one year, but like I need to get a good makeup artist.
Okay.
His website's just Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff Leatham rebranded to Jeff Leatham Florists.
You'll
but
find
it used to be called.
You'll find it. Anyways, the Teen Wolf star filed docs Tuesday in Los Angeles just 6 months after he married Jeff last October in a star-studded wedding in Palm Springs, officiated by Kris Jenner herself. TMZ broke the story. Colton and Jeff broke up just last week. Colton later tweeted, quote, "Jeff would never cheat. He is an amazing man. Please stop being mean to him." It was a stunning move following Jeff's extravagant proposal in Cabo that included help from Cher. As we reported, Jeff proposed in March 2017, and just 4 days after their engagement, they were already talking about kids. Update, 3:35 p.m. Pacific time. TMZ has obtained Colton's divorce docs, which don't list his and Jeff's date of separation for now, but do cite irreconcilable differences. He's asking a judge to terminate spousal support for both of them. He also signals each will pay his own attorney's fees.
Okay. This is just so upsetting because their engagement was beautiful, like so epic on the beach, fireworks, like just beautiful. Then Kris Jenner married them. Like, it doesn't get any better than that.
And it's like, how could you do this to Kris, you guys? Like,
I know, she must be so embarrassed.
This is probably like her first and last wedding now.
Okay, so like I'm really trying to set up 2 people, and like I really want them to get married because I want to like officiate it.
Oh.
But they haven't spoken yet.
I wouldn't want to officiate. You have to be on your feet, and you have to like prepare, and I just want to enjoy the wedding and dance the night away.
Well, you can enjoy it, but literally it's so easy. This is how I would do it. Welcome, bitches. Thank you for gathering here today to celebrate the love and light of Jackie and Zach.
Who are you trying to set up?
I don't want to say because like I don't want to embarrass them.
Okay, can you name one of the people?
No, it's 2 really like fun, powerful, cute, like well-off, like successful in their job men, and I just think they're perfect for each other.
Okay.
And one of them has been a guest on the show. That's what I'll say.
Oh, I think I know.
Well, I'll tell you later.
Okay, should I? I think I know.
I'll
okay.
tell you later.
Okay. Anyways, I'm upset about this.
No, I'm upset about it too, and like
6 months, like.
Yeah, this is
That's
like
really
it's
short.
bad.
And it's like, you know, it was bad from the beginning then, and they just like
But
dragged
this is
it
the
out.
thing. What could have happened?
I prefer a 72-day marriage than a 6-month marriage.
But what could have happened in the 6 months? Like, what did you find out about the person that you didn't know while dating them? Like, the only thing that really makes sense is like cheating because.
But I don't think that's it, because I think the person would have cheated before the marriage. I don't know.
I don't know. It's all very
And Colton
fishy.
said that Jeff didn't cheat.
And you know what's
so
annoying?
Stop being mean to him.
What's
Claudia.
annoying is that like we'll probably never find out. Do you know what I mean?
That is annoying. It's like I'm of 2 minds on this, because I feel like as celebrities, like you profit off of making your lives public and having the public consume your life. So like
this is the life you chose.
So if you're going to show us the proposal and the wedding, you should also show us the divorce.
I completely agree.
On the other hand, I think that like people are entitled to their privacy, especially celebrities, like everyone. And you know, we do consume, it's our entertainment. We're getting something out of it. We don't deserve everything from them. So
I completely agree.
I don't know how to feel about it.
And I think having experienced like a somewhat invasion of privacy, I'm now of the mindset like, yes, this is what we signed up for, but like know where to draw the line.
Yeah, and like some things can remain private. Like once you give everything to the public, it's like the public's no longer interested in you.
No, they're like done with you. Like they had sex with you and like they're moving on to a younger woman.
Leave something to the imagination, as Carol would say to Tinsley about her relationship with Scott. Are you caught up on Mahoney?
Yes.
I need to talk about Tinsley and Scott.
I need to talk about Dorinda. She's really like spiraling.
I'm so excited for this.
Was it on last night?
No, it's on tonight.
So let's recap it tomorrow.
Okay, but I just caught up with it yesterday, and like Tinsley and Scott are perfect for each other, and I'm obsessed with them. They're like 2 middle schoolers.
By the way, she put up a picture of them on her Instagram and then deleted it. Like, what does that mean?
Maybe she just looked bad, or
That's
like
what I thought.
there was obvious face to it.
I didn't think anything of it.
I wouldn't think anything of it. Okay.
Same.
Next up in Splitsville news.
Ugh, so much Splitsville these days.
So much Splitsville. Like it's Splitsville, population 1,000.
No, it's Splitsville, population John Cena and Nikki Bella.
And Jeff Leatham and Colton Hayes. Nikki Bella may be living at her sister Brie Bella's house, but she is still, quote, spending nights with ex-fiancé John Cena at his apartment, a source exclusively tells Us Weekly. Honestly, this makes me happy.
Me too.
Nikki hasn't moved out of John's apartment, even though she very much wanted to after the wedding was called off, the source tells us, adding that Cena, quote, doesn't want her to have to deal with moving after everything that they've been through as a couple. Very kind, because moving is probably the worst thing, second to breaking off an engagement a week before your wedding. Nikki revealed in a YouTube video on Tuesday that she was staying with Brie and her husband Brian. Quote, I've kind of been MIA. I've kind of been hiding out, the Total Diva star told fans in the video. I wanted to reach out to you all and thank you all for your love and support. I can't tell you how much it's meant to me, especially through a difficult time. So, yeah, she's still sleeping with John Cena, and like...
No, but is she sleeping with John Cena or at John Cena's apartment without John Cena? Like,
she's spending nights with John Cena at his apartment.
Good. Honestly, like, I really want them to get back together.
I want them to get back together. And okay, so marriage wasn't the right avenue for them, but like, can't we figure out a way to make this work? Like, they need to sit down with like a negotiator.
No, a mediator. Okay, so look, here's what, like, he doesn't want to have kids or get married, and she wants both.
So let's do one. Maybe they shouldn't get married. Maybe they should just have kids.
And like be in a civil courtship, whatever it's called. Domestic.
No, it's called, I remember from Alan Gregory. He says when you're like roommates with someone and then like for 10 years and then you're married.
It's like a partner.
What's it called?
Domestic partner.
A domestic partner? No, there's another word. I have to rewatch Alan Gregory.
Alan Gregory
you guys,
is the most
can someone
underrated show.
comment if you've ever seen Alan Gregory
or like,
heard
is
of
it just a thing me and Jackie accidentally fell upon?
It was a comedy starring Jonah Hill, very short-lived.
As a cartoon.
As a cartoon. Oh, yeah,
On
that's what I meant. A
Fox.
cartoon comedy starring Jonah Hill, 1 season. And
he was this like 11-year-old like billionaire.
A common law marriage.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Yes.
So give it 10 years, you're in a common law marriage. Congratulations, you got what you wanted and hopefully have some kids.
Or a civil union.
Yes.
All the same thing, I believe.
Alan Gregory, justice for Alan Gregory, guys.
Yeah, I actually recently watched the pilot again. It was absolutely hysterical. He's like 11 years old, but he's really like a 90-year-old man at heart, and he's a billionaire, and he has like 2 gay dads who are like literally like worship the ground he walks on, and he like has to go to public school. He's been homeschooled his whole life, but they want him to go to regular school, and he like falls in love with the principal. It's so funny, and like it's just so good.
It's so good, you guys. Like, if you're really bored at work today and like Sally's OOO, definitely buy an episode on Amazon and enjoy. Nikki and John, please, you guys, do it for us. Do it for the toasters.
If Nikki and John or someone you know is watching this, here's a message. Like, seriously, like, we're rooting for you. Like, whatever you need from us to get back together, like, we can do. Like, whether that's just, like, public support or just, like...
Or, like, not talking about it at all and giving you guys privacy and, like, living normal lives. We'll pretend like you guys don't exist, as long as you're together.
Yeah. It's just, like, I know it would make you happy, it would make us happy, and it's, like, there's literally no reason not to.
Or, like, if you need Nikki Bella, like, more Instagram followers so that, like, you're more, like... on John Cena's level, or like you need more people to watch your show, like we'll tell people to do those things.
Okay, this is the thing. Like when people break up and it's like so difficult, like, so why are you breaking up? Do you know what I mean?
No, totally.
No, it's like, people definitely break up for different reasons. Like if someone cheats on, like, I get it. But like if both parties, like they broke up for like just having different views of life, and like it's so painful to be without one another, like you're obviously meant to be together, get back together.
Yeah, like you both love each other, you both want to be together, you both are good people. Shouldn't we be able to make it work here, guys?
It's like masochism.
However, then it's like, yeah, they have different views on life. So in the short term, yes, it's easier to be together. But in the long term, if she, wakes up at 60 years old and doesn't have children and just will resent John for the rest of her life.
That's very true.
I don't know. Relationships are hard, you guys, especially when you don't know the people and you just have to talk about the things that you read on Us Weekly.
Really hard.
Really, really hard. But I think we do a good job.
Me too.
Okay, last story. Speaking of relationships, you guys. So as everyone knows, DJ Khaled infamously said that he does not go down on his wife. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has a TMI response to DJ Khaled's controversial oral sex comments.
Ew, stop. Like, really? Like, I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah, this is what Dwayne Johnson said. Ahem, clears throat. As a man, I take great pride in mastering all performances. This is probably a little TMI. I will now quietly excuse myself from this fun thread. Well, honestly, that's a great response because, like, for his kid followers, like, they don't.
Yeah.
They think he's mastering like a role of acting or whatever.
Wait, let's start from the beginning because we never initially reported on this story.
Right, because it happened over the weekend.
DJ Khaled went on a radio show and said that he doesn't perform oral sex on his wife, but she has to do it to him because he's a king and needs to be served.
And quote, there's different rules for men.
Okay. First of all, like, this is an incredibly fucked up, like, misogynistic thing to say, and like, his life won't change because of it, because he's a man, and that's just what happens when you're a man. You could say fucked up shit, and even in your ripe old age, like, no one gives a shit.
And even in 2018.
Yeah.
Like,
so nothing's gonna happen, but like, we can talk about it for fun. And this is the thing, like, DJ Khaled's wife puts up with so much.
did you see that video of her snapping during the workout?
You mean, did I put it on my Instagram? Yeah.
Oh, was that where I saw it?
Yeah, it was so funny. And like, honestly, like, definitely she gets a lot of perks from like being DJ. He's very wealthy, like, but like, I don't know if the pros outweigh the cons. Like, he seems like so annoying. Do you know what I mean?
So annoying.
Like Snapchatting everything. Like, and I like how she calls him Khaled. She's like, shut up. She's so, wait, is Khaled his first name or his last name?
Last name. What's his first name?
Jacob will find out.
DJ. First name D, middle name J, last name Khaled.
Khaled Mohammed Khaled.
Okay, so
Khaled.
so Khaled's his first and last name.
So he's Khaled.
According to Wikipedia.
Khaled, that's cool.
Yeah.
Khaled.
That's
like Lauren Bush, who married Ralph Lauren's son, David Lauren.
Lauren Bush married Ralph Lauren's son, David Lauren.
So she's actually Lauren Bush Lauren. And she probably goes by that because like Lauren is crazy.
Or it's Lauren Loren.
But also yeah.
That's cute.
Okay, wait. I want to talk.
It's
I want to go back to DJ Khaled.
It's like Philip Phillips, you guys. You guys,
Yes.
justice for Philip Phillips. He's an incredible artist.
I completely agree.
Him and Gavin DeGraw need to go on tour together and get Mia front row seat and backstage passes.
He opened up for John Mayer.
Perfect.
And it was beautiful. Like, I love going to concerts where I'm just excited to see the opener as I am for the headliner. And that's so rare.
I feel like for me, it's not that rare. Like, I remember Little Mix opened for Ariana Grande, and I was...
No, I mean, that's amazing.
Amazing.
Like, I saw Five Sauce open up for One Direction, and it was probably the best night of my whole life.
I saw Kelsey Ballerini and Brett Young open up for Lady Antebellum.
Unbelievable. I saw...
Maren Morrissey and Hunt, but they were equals.
Yeah.
Who else?
I don't know. I can't remember. So back to the CJ Khaled thing. She puts up with a lot, and like, I don't know, I feel like she might be at her breaking point. Do you know what I mean? I would be.
Honestly.
And now she's like being publicly embarrassed.
I agree. I feel like she is really private because for so long, I didn't even know that he had a wife until he had a baby.
Yeah, no, she's super private, and honestly good for her.
I think this might be the straw that broke the Khaled's back.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
Just
Khaled's
a little.
back.
Just
a
a
little early
pun.
morning pun. Just a little early morning wordplay.
Are
you a horse? Because you're a naysayer. It's from 30 Rock.
Oh, okay. DJ Khaled, man, I don't know.
Someone said Weight Watchers is DJ Khaled's a spokesperson for Weight Watchers. Is that true?
Yeah, but it doesn't look like he's losing weight.
No, totally.
He needs to become.
I hope he never loses weight.
He needs to go on keto.
It's so. Oh, speaking of, let's move on because I really want to get to Vinny. I have so much to tell him, and I really need to yell at him for making a monster out of Ben. Before we cut to break for Vinny, I want to just recap Vanderpump Rules quickly. Did you watch?
Would love to.
The reunion part 1 was like heavy. Like honestly, I really was crying when Jax was crying. It was so sad, and everyone was coming hard for Sheena. Like, and like almost like she doesn't really deserve it because this is the thing. Like, what you can say about Sheena is like she's a little annoying and like not self-aware,
And
but
like just self-centered.
but she's not mean. And I thought everyone was being like really like ganging up on her. And like I'm not one to defend her, but like I really kind of felt bad for her.
I did feel bad for her because I felt like people were just kind of like piling it on her.
Yeah.
Even like if someone had a specific issue with her, then like everybody goes in about it. I feel like I feel like she is a good person,
Yeah.
but then I feel like she sometimes like enjoys other people like
Being down.
Yeah.
But you know what? I couldn't really understand why her and Lala weren't friends. They didn't say a reason why.
It's because like Lala felt like Sheena didn't text her much while
Okay,
she
but that's
was
like not a reason to like
moving
hate
Vegas.
someone.
Yeah. I don't know. It's confusing. Also, the reunion was like mayhem. Like
Yeah.
Andy couldn't control them.
There's so many of them.
Like it's like they're asking each other questions and talking over each other, and like Andy like honestly didn't like even need to be there. And then when Lisa was like, "Give Lala your cards," because Lala was like asking better questions than he was. I want to talk about Lisa and Tom Tom because I feel like this is the first time in Vanderpump Rules that we're seeing like the manipulating Lisa Vanderpump that we see on Beverly Hills.
Because she hasn't cashed their checks.
And like on the one hand, it's like, oh, that's nice that she's not gonna like make them pay for their equity. Like she should be paying them to use their name.
Completely.
And I'm like worried that she's not gonna give them
gonna fuck them.
their due diligence.
And like this is where the show gets confusing because like it's almost like The Bachelor. Like we're not dumb. Like we know that all the cast members like have a lot of money and like are super famous and like they're almost superseding like Lisa's level. Like she's not their mom anymore. Like she's not their boss. Like they can really do whatever they want. And like them now being partners is like even more like they're really equals.
Yes and no. They don't know how to run like to start a restaurant.
No. But I'm just saying like in terms of the world. The world, yeah.
Yes, I agree. And there needs to be like, I wish they had signed a contract because Tom Tom like is gonna be another Sir and another Pump, and like if they don't get a piece of that, like that's fucked up.
No, and there's been so much like promotion of Tom Tom on the show, and by the way, I totally forgot that she didn't give him like a handwritten contract. I didn't give Guillermo a contract. Like that's bad business.
And Guillermo's a freak.
Guillermo, like,
he's a little creepy.
Yeah.
That just like really pissed me off, but I want people to like stand up to Lisa.
Me
like
too.
I understand why they like have deference towards her, and she definitely changed their lives, and like she is a wise older woman, and she gives them good advice. But like she also meddles and is like not nice to them, and like continuing to call them a junior partner.
Yeah.
And by the way, a restaurant. I mean, I know nothing about the bar industry, but it does not need to cost $2.5 million.
No, that's crazy.
It could have cost
$1 million.
and then they're each putting in what is
100.
$100K, and they each own 10%.
Yeah.
And I think that would be fair.
I totally agree. And another thing about the reunion is like I really feel like a million types of ways about Ariana. Like I don't really know. Like I think she's really mean, but also like really sympathetic sometimes. And like I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like she has like a soft spot for Stassi. She's like really nice to her, and then she says like some really horrible like mean things about Stassi. And like I don't know. Like
like damaging things.
Yeah, damaging. And like I watch and I'm like, I hate you.
Yeah.
But I kind of like you.
I think that's how Stassi feels too, and that's why they're like so on and off. Also, I just wasn't feeling Andy during the reunion. I thought his questions were like so forced.
Honestly, I don't remember
and
him.
when he asks, when he's talking about Stassi and Patrick, which was like shocking, and like to hear her talk about how like she doesn't even recognize herself, and like that is 4 years of your life. Like that is so sad and like so crazy.
He like wasn't
and then he's like
sympathetic.
trying to draw parallels between Ariana's abusive relationship and Stassi's, and it's like, not all relationships are the same.
Yeah.
And like it made me a little like uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, nothing really happened except for like Sheena getting up and walking away and saying that this was worse than her divorce. Oh, but I did like Sheena. She said one thing and she was like, I felt really bad because I was like so obsessed with Rob that I threw Shay under the bus, and like Shay like always took my side. Like Rob was like talking so much shit about Sheena, like, which really wasn't cool to like her friends on the show. And like even though really she like threw Shay under the bus, put his addiction out there, like he always defended her. Like he never went and shot scenes with Tom and being like, Sheena's being a bitch.
And he like never faulted her for being on the show.
Yeah, so like I actually really liked that she acknowledged that. I thought it was really like the right thing to do. And fuck Rob.
Fuck Rob. She like, what her biggest crime is like being too in love with him.
No, also, and then when she found out that he was like texting all the cast members and like
he's like thirsty,
yeah,
but it's
going
like
all the red
he
carpets.
Like, wants to use her for her fame, but like doesn't want to be famous because of her.
Yep. No,
Fuck
he's
her.
a thirst monster general.
I can't. And I can't, like now he's ruined Amber Valletta. Not that I've ever seen anything she's in,
Amber
but
Escaleta.
I saw she was at the Met Gala and I'm like, Amber Valetta's there?
No, why? Who is she? I know her from Revenge, but apparently she's like a really famous model, like back in the day.
Supermodel. She's a supermodel.
I don't believe it.
Well, he's a super douche.
Okay, that is our Vanderpump Rules recap. Now we are going to cut to a small break and bring out Vinny G from Jersey Shore, the Keto Guido. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble saying Keto Guido.
It's a Jeff Leatham
type of thing. If you have questions for Vinny,
type of thing.
Type them on YouTube.
What was the other tongue
Ruths
twister?
Chris.
Ruths Chris, right.
If you, and also through a loop. If you have any questions for Vinny,
Sounds
comment
like
on
Dua
Facebook,
Lipa.
comment on Instagram, comment on YouTube. We will be watching, and we're really excited to break down what's going on with Jersey Shore. So
I'm so excited. See you in a sec.
We'll see you in a sec. Hello! We are back with someone who's been a really requested guest. We're really excited that he's here.
Who's
you
on
know
my
him.
phone right
He's
now.
on his phone. He just
He's just
Instagram.
Insta-storying.
So we're gonna stall. He wants everyone to tune in.
We have all of your questions from
Yes,
Instagram and
really
Facebook.
kind of good questions, actually. You know him as Vinny G, but now you kind of know him as the Keto Guido. Please give it up for Vinny. How do you say Guadagnino?
Guadagnino, good, very good.
Guadagnino,
Yeah.
Guadagnino.
And you also know him as the man who changed Ben's life and ruined Claudia's.
Oh yeah, ruined my life and changed Ben's life because Ben, as you guys know, is on keto. And if you don't know, he was really inspired by the Keto Guido.
He was only inspired.
He was only inspired by the Keto Guido, and he is so annoying. Like it's next level, and it's ruining my life. So
Yeah, but he does it weird.
He does he?
But he's
Yeah.
not doing it wrong, is he?
I don't know. It might be. I mean, is he just eating like tubs of mayo?
He's eating a lot of mayo, a lot of cheese, but like no onions. Like I don't get it. Like
Well, here's the thing. So, if he was having like a very high sugary carbohydrate diet, and then he just switched to mayo, he's probably gonna lose a lot of weight.
Yeah. Right.
Because of that first initial shock to your
right,
body.
he's down like 15 pounds.
Yeah, but that's not gonna last. Like once you start like really getting into shape.
It's not a way of life.
Yeah, eating mayo and cheese.
It's so disgusting. My house smells absolutely horrible. Your shirt says recovering carboholic.
Yeah.
How long
Like-
have you been
twins
in ketosis?
I'm honestly not always in ketosis. That's kind of like a. What are you laughing?
No, because I'm just laughing because like when Ben was on it, like 3 days in, he was like, he smelled
Why in ketosis?
so bad.
He
like
smelled bad?
Yes, we got
Why?
into bed. I'm like, you stink. Go shower. He had the worst BO.
What was he eating, like
and he
garlic
was
or
so
something?
excited. He was like, that means I'm in ketosis. Like I'm like, and his pee was like green. He was like, I'm in ketosis. Like
Oh
it's
my
crazy.
God.
Like
I don't like follow it like that. Like I think people have a misconception because there's like cults on
Yes.
Instagram about it.
Ben
and,
is leading them.
and I'm here to like say that like I'm not part of those. I say the word keto because it's easy for people to understand. It gets to the point instead of like the
Low
natural
carb.
eating, low carb, whole food Guido.
Yeah. And that doesn't rhyme.
It doesn't. So yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue. But ketosis is something you might be in, you might not be in, just depending on if you're having a good week, if you're eating
Right.
fat. But like, I don't know. Like if I'm hungover, like I'll have some sweet potatoes.
Yeah. Ugh,
which
that
will like
sounds horrible.
really? Because those are like heaven to someone who's keto.
Right.
Because it's like a potato. Oh my god.
And I'm like, this is not even a real potato.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And I imagine it was super difficult to maintain ketosis while in Miami drinking
Yeah.
pizza.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the great thing about keto is you can drink pretty much a lot.
I mean, again, like I follow this kind of like, I just try to eat naturally. And like, so if I'm having drinks, they're just going to be like a natural, like a
Vodka
natural,
soda.
What's
a
a
natural
natural drink?
vodka. Natural wasn't the right word, but just like as least amount of ingredients as possible.
Yeah.
So I'll just have like Jameson on the rocks or vodka soda. I get drunk really quick.
Yeah, that's the best.
And I don't, I'm not taking in as many sugary calories.
Right, and then you get less hungover. But you also can't eat like a bagel, so
You're,
like,
yeah,
That's-
you're
Hence the
stuck.
pizza thing.
right, you eating the cheese was so funny.
Yeah.
And so real.
And how much weight have you lost?
I've lost around like 50 pounds since I've
Wow.
not,
Wow.
and I tell people too, the impressive thing isn't the amount of weight that I lost,
the
because I
body fat.
lost that in a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's that I found something that it's been off for like 3 years.
Wow.
So it's something I could do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because that was always my problem, staying thin.
Yeah.
It wasn't getting thin. I
Yeah.
could always be like, I'm going to the gym these
Yeah.
3 months. I'm gonna eat grilled chicken and broccoli, and I'm gonna get skinny. But now, like, I'm like, that's not
A
sustainable.
lifestyle.
This is like
Yeah.
an awesome lifestyle.
So can you believe that like you're here now? Like
Back on the
Right here.
No, like just like in life. Like growing up, like Jersey Shore was
Yeah.
everything. Like truly, like it defined. I dressed up as Snooki for Halloween. Like it was just like such a part of like our growing
And
up.
just like the culture. It
And
was
well-
a phenomenon.
Yeah,
And
I
it
always
was
say
gone
you,
too soon.
you came. Oh, yes, thank
Yes.
you. She came into my podcast, and like I was ready to interview her. I'd never even met you because all I saw was your Instagram
Yeah.
page, and you had like a list of 20 questions to
well,
Instagram
for
me, and I
it
was
was
like,
like meeting Mariah Carey.
this is stupid.
And by the way, you were very ahead of the times with your podcast. Do you still have your podcast?
No, I'm starting a new one.
You should,
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
so now we're back in Miami, and tell us about like the genesis, like when you got the call.
Yeah. Well,
for
to answer your
MTV.
question, like that I'm here now,
Yeah.
it's weird. Like when you do a show that big that was on for so long, you always kind of have this thing in the back of your head, like, are we gonna do it again? Like
Right.
you always have like that Full House
Yes.
Yeah.
mentality
of like, you know, it's gonna happen again one day. We don't know when, but we're gonna reunite.
And I'm sure every interview you did, you got that question.
Every interview, when are you guys getting back together? Every second of the day, you know? So I kind of always knew, but I always thought like it would be a different production company, maybe a different network, a different format. Little did I know it was the exact same thing.
Are you happy about that? Like,
I am. It is tough. Like, we're not the same people we used to be. That could be like, come take us away for 2 months. Like, I have like bills and shit. Like, I don't have a computer there, and I'm like, I have to pay my mortgage, you know? So that's kind of tough. But like, as far as just the formula and the recipe, it works. Like, you know? Like,
no, and like, I think everyone was kind of skeptical. So it's like, you're not going to be bringing girls home. Most of the people are like married, have kids. And it was just like, what is it going to be like? And it was never really about that. It's just like, you guys are hilarious.
Right.
Like,
that's what I told people too, because I had a girlfriend on this season. And I told people like, if you watch the show, I brought home girls once in a while, but like certain seasons, like that wasn't what it was about. How many girls can you see walking out the next morning?
Right.
You know, like, I mean, I guess sometimes some funny interactions, but they still happen. Whether you have a girlfriend or not, you know?
But so do you still have a girlfriend?
Not right now, no. We broke up.
you're single?
That's very sad, sorry.
Do you wish you were single in Miami?
Right.
No, because like I just said, like, I had no interest in, like, when you're in the club and stuff, and especially in that environment, you're not even talking to real people. If anyone's around the cameras, they're just like, they're just like annoying, like, get out of my face.
Right.
Girls,
well, so
you know?
I'm watching from the beginning, and now I'm in Florence, and it's really interesting to watch how, like, first 2 seasons, like, it was just like a bunch of kids on the Jersey Shore. But then as you guys progressed and got more popular, like, people around the shore knew who you were. And there was like, when you guys were leaving Carmen, like, you were getting paparazzi'd. And like in Miami also. So like, that's so crazy. And now you guys are like, everyone knows who you are, everyone knows the show. Do you think it's like changed the way you guys interact on the show, just like going to restaurants?
No, it's weird. It kind of like came full circle, and that's what makes the show good now, is that there were seasons where, I don't want to say we got cocky with it. Well, some of us might have, like the situation. Of course it was cocky. I'm not even going to try to play it off. Like, we're so humble. No, but like in that environment, you know, we have 100 security guards around us. Like you said, parades of people around. We still always, like our production company always made us go into the real clubs. Like in Seaside, there's no VIP tables. Like you're just there.
Oh, that's so funny.
You know, but there was some kind of barrier between us. But now we almost feel like we're filming the first season again, because I don't want to say that like people don't know who we are. They do, but it's a different demographic out there. The kids in the clubs were young when we first came on, and we're like more humble about it. Like, we don't give a shit now. Like, I used to have to like, I need to roll around and have like 3 guys with me, and now I'm like, walk to the bar, get a drink. Like, it's annoying if people are in our face. Like, the phones make it annoying, but we're older now. We don't give a shit about that.
And it's so funny how you guys comment on how like clubs have changed since you were in Seaside, and like how the music people don't dance anymore. They just like stand.
Yeah, I mean, that was Jenny's kind of thing. Yeah, people dance. I guess it depends on where you go. But yeah, now everyone's just, when we did it, to her point, we didn't have any social media.
Right.
Yeah.
We just had Twitter.
And it's interesting how like the video of Ron in the club is a part of the storyline now, because that's just like,
and we didn't
the
have
way
the
of the
phone,
world.
so we were like calling Lauren, like, what's out there, what's going on? Can we get a phone?
She's like your mole.
She really was.
That is hysterical.
We're like in jail, and
You guys need Instagram on the duck phone.
I know,
on
right?
the iPad.
Yeah, exactly.
So you kind of went viral when you did that, knocking down the door. It is so funny.
So funny.
How did you come up with that?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I've been doing that since like I'm a little kid. I used to do it like family parties, and I feel like I've done it like on the show before, but for some reason that was like a big thing, and I had no idea it was gonna go viral like that.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
They remixed it with the yodeling kid,
I saw.
and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And then like Steve Aoki, he wanted me to post it because like he had a song and he coincided it to that.
Oh, that's cool. So
That's
cool.
amazing. The power of
The
the
power
shore.
of the Jersey Shore.
Have you seen Flower Bama Shore?
I've seen like 1 episode or 2.
What are your
just
thoughts?
because. What are your thoughts? I think it's totally different. I think that's like comparing the real world to Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
That's a different. You know, what makes us like special and different is like where we're from. Like, we're like aliens up in the Northeast,
Yeah.
like, you know, like tri-state area. And the rest of the country is kind of like the same.
Yes.
Like, even like Southerners, if you put a Southerner in like California, like, you would notice a difference, but it's like, all right, like white people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
All the same.
Yeah, like whatever. But then like you put like a Guido somewhere, and it's like, what the? Can I curse on here?
Yeah, please.
Like, what the fuck is this person?
Yeah.
You know. So we always gonna remain that like no one looks like Pauly D anywhere.
No.
Yeah.
You guys really like shaped Guido culture.
Honestly, we came on late to that. Like beforehand, there were shows like Growing Up Gotti. You remember that show?
And Jerseylicious.
Jerseylicious was, I think, at the same time. But Growing Up Gotti was like the first reality show ever.
Yeah.
And like that fad came and went. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and then when they were casting the show, because I'm like the anti-Guido, I was like, there's no more Guidos. I don't know where they're gonna find another Guido. Like these people are from California. They still have this warped, misconception of the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, I walk in the house and I'm like, they found the last fucking Guido, Pauly D, with the blowout. I call him the last of the Mo Guidos because he has like a blowout. I'm like, there's no one on earth that has a blowout anymore.
No, and he still has a blowout.
Still has it. He kind of like stopped for a second, and then he went back to it.
So who do you think has changed the most since the first seasons?
Well, everyone has changed. Like their lives have changed. Like they're moms now.
Yeah.
Like Snooki, like she makes like chicken cutlets now.
Yeah.
Like that's
Are they
like
good?
I never had her chicken cutlets. I'm keto, you know. So,
Oh, but isn't
yeah.
chicken good?
It's breaded.
Oh, right,
yeah,
right.
and fried and stuff. But like I'm sure they're good. and she makes like, and you know, she makes dinner for her family. Like that was unheard of back in the day. Like she could barely
I remember. She couldn't
open a
cook.
jar of pickles back then. But she's exactly the same in the sense of, I feel like in life we all go full circle where we have to like, how old are you guys? You guys are,
23.
like,
25.
Yeah. So like you're still in that zone, I feel, where like you might be like, I have to be cool now because like I'm in my 20s but then like you just throw it all out the window and
You
you're
don't
like,
care.
let me get drunk and just act like an idiot again, like, you know.
Oh,
and
I'm looking
what
forward to that.
That's what we're all doing. That's
Yeah.
what, like, you know, we put down the ego and everyone's like the same. Oh, but who would you ask who changed the most?
Who has changed the most?
But
different?
Mike though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Has changed for the positive, and it's funny because I feel like in the first couple episodes he wasn't getting that much shine because he's not like
Partying.
like a crazy villain anymore. But now everyone's starting to like love him like we do because in little spots he's like giving all these like inspirational
Yes.
talks
Totally.
and
Claudia's
quotes.
obsessed with
I'm
him.
obsessed with him. I think like
Yeah.
yes, he was a villain, but his role in like creating your guys' like vernacular was like so important,
Yes.
and he's just so funny, and
Yeah.
I just really like him.
He's still. I always tell people he's still like a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still like doing the same like
The Matrix.
crazy things. Like he still creates little words and stuff. He's just not high anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
good.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
great.
it. Who's
That's
changed
great.
the least?
Probably Pauly. you
Yeah,
know?
I agree.
Just he's like a robot.
Yeah.
He doesn't sleep. He just DJs, laughs, smiles, yells
He's the
things,
best.
and that's it. Yeah, I can never do that.
So I want to talk about Snooki because like I said, right now I'm watching season 4. You guys are in Florence, but I'm also watching Jersey where like she's married and like she won't talk to you. And like
Yep.
I really ship you guys. Like I really wish I think in another world you would have worked out.
He's so stupid.
I
You're such
I
a
know,
fan.
and like I'm still like I'm not giving up. Like I really think that
Oh
there's
my
something
God.
there.
Oh, I think you should give up. But I understand what you mean, like in another world.
Yeah, and like what do you think it was that like didn't really work out between you two?
So I had like 2 one-night stands with Snooki.
Right.
Yeah, so
It's like not that much, but like there was more of like an emotional connection.
Do you want me to like improv this with
friendship.
you,
No,
like
I
about
really
like how
wanted you guys to
I
work out.
really like her and how
Yes,
it was
and,
like
like,
this great?
yes,
Yeah.
please,
Oh my
like,
God, no, maybe
because-
one day. It just didn't. It was bad timing.
Okay.
No,
Thank
but
you.
like Nicole and I never like. I really genuinely, she's hilarious. Like
Yeah.
I call them, and now her and Dina, like in the house, I call them my therapy pugs.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, like pugs,
Dogs.
right?
Yeah.
Like if you had 2 little pugs and you're having a bad day and they like jumped on you, like wouldn't your day is instantly
So much
made.
better.
Yeah.
So like that's what they are. They're like my little pugs in the house. So like Snooki, like I could like look at her and she like calms me down.
Yeah,
Because she's just a mess.
because you love her so much.
No, well, yeah, like as a friend. But then like, and that connection was always there. Just like, you know, we just are friends with each other. And then, you know, we're like 20 something year old
Yeah.
drunk kids in a house. And like, I don't know. I'm a savage too. I was like, all right, whatever. You want to have sex? Let's do it.
I just
And
love
that's
you
what.
guys.
That's all it was, Claudia.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
Sorry,
That's all
sister.
it was.
It's very upsetting.
So Situation just got engaged.
Yes.
We're very happy for him.
Oh,
over
we're so
here.
happy for him.
Yep.
Do you think everyone's going to be invited to the wedding?
Of course.
Sammy?
Oh, good.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, like his MO in life now is to not have like grudges.
Oh.
It's part of like his recovery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's the wrong one to ask that.
Yeah.
Like he'll invite like
Us.
someone who killed his dog to the wedding. You know what I mean?
So wait, I had a question. I have amnesia.
Okay, we have so many viewer questions, so I'm just going to rattle
it.
them off to you,
Sure.
okay? Did you tip the barber who messed up your face?
Oh my God, that was so funny.
Yeah. Do you know, like, was it one of those haircuts where, like, in the moment, like, you just were...
So, let's clarify that, because I
so
went on, like, a
funny.
conversation on Twitter recently, because the thing is, like, when these shows air, you just kind of, like, let them air, and then, like, in the moment, people chatter, and then, like, if you want to address something, like, oh, like, all right, I need to address this.
Yeah.
But we don't have a phone or anything, and like we don't pick a barber. The production does it for us. Like they give us a book. They like look up like barber
like
shop.
the yellow pages?
Yeah, and as you guys know, you guys are women. You pamper
Very
yourselves.
specific.
Yeah, like you just like I can't just walk into any eyebrow lady.
No.
You know what I mean?
Definitely not.
Right? It changes your whole look.
Yes.
So that's what I was doing in that scenario, and then I was like, all right. Still give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
He's a barber. This is a barber shop.
How bad could it be?
Yeah. Then he said he was cutting a year, and I'm like, okay, a year. Like now we're like really on thin ice.
Did you get nervous?
So nervous.
Yeah.
Because if I get a bad haircut on a random Tuesday, it'll grow back in a couple days. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm in front of millions of people. It's my one shot.
That's true.
To be on TV. Beyonce watches Jersey Shore.
Does she?
She did. I'm sure she's checking
I'm
it
sure
out
she
again.
does. She watches
I want
a
to have
lot
a
of
good
reality.
haircut in front of Beyonce. Like our
Totally.
fade is everything. Like if one of your eyebrows was crooked.
Totally.
You know. So then I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and then even still in the moment, like they edited it. Like I showed you, like because at one point I say I don't like it.
Yeah, but they put the mirror in front of your
face. Yeah, put the mirror in
face.
front of my face, and then like they put in a part
Audio.
from like later on. Like I don't like it. I didn't say it to the guy in the moment.
No, totally. And that looked
In the moment, I
like
was
so
like-
mean, but I had figured since they put the mirror right in front of your mouth.
In the moment, I'm like, cool, thanks, man. Like, not happy, but
Yeah.
like, cool, thanks. Here's your
Of
tip.
course.
Here's your
You gotta
money.
lie.
Yeah, and then I left, and then like, it's a reality show.
Right.
And I don't like keep things secret and like sign to Paulie like I don't like my haircut. I'm like, I don't like my haircut. Let's go find another barber.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I was demonized as the meanest person on the
No,
planet.
it looked really mean.
I didn't think it was-
I thought it was mean. Like
I didn't-
literally taking
Which
the mirror.
part?
He's
Which
like,
part was
no,
mean?
No, just the part where
I
he
don't
said
like
he's like
it?
he gives the mirror. He's like, what do you think? And he goes, I don't like
Oh
it.
yeah, but I didn't do that.
But I figured it wasn't
Yeah.
real.
So I
But
guess if you take that part out, maybe people wouldn't have. And which the part that I didn't do out, then maybe people
Yeah,
would look
no,
at it
you
so
were
bad.
fine the rest of the time. Like it was obviously you were uncomfortable, but like that's not your fault.
Everyone's
Yeah.
uncomfortable during a haircut.
Yeah.
Even if I did say I don't like it though, I'm not that type. Like I won't ever like send my food back,
Yeah.
or I'm just not
Oh,
that
you
type.
should hang out with Ben.
Oh, no,
Is
that's
it all the
he
time.
passive?
Oh, my-
Oh,
no,
I'm,
he's the
I'm
opposite.
like you, and then
You're
I need a
passive.
Ben to
Ben
send my stuff back.
sends literally fully eaten meals back and gets his money back.
Just a plate.
Everything. He
He's just-
returned an artichoke once. He was like, "It's not juicy enough." Remember? You were there.
Where?
At
at
Mercer Kitchen.
It
Does he
was
realize
not.
people
It
can
wasn't
spit
juicy
in his
enough.
food?
No, by the way, our food totally gets spit in like
Oh,
all the time. I won't go out with
God.
him. Like we order it because I'm embarrassed.
That's so
Well, yeah, like even if you weren't passive and you're like, hey, I don't like it. Like I don't know. I feel like barbers and people in beauty are too quick to like. They say yes to everything.
Yeah.
Like if you walked in and you're like, oh, I want to do my eyebrows. Like I have a specific thing. Like she could be starting that day.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, I got this. I'm
Yeah.
a professional. And like if you don't do a good job, like. I'm sorry, like that's your job. You
Totally.
know? Unfortunately, this guy was on like Jersey
biggest
Shore,
platform.
yeah, like the biggest TV on Thursday
I'm
night.
sure he's excited about it though.
Listen, Steph.
Oh, that was my question.
About the
he
girl.
He actually gave a good haircut for someone that has been cutting
Right.
a year.
Only
Yeah.
a year.
You know, I
Okay.
couldn't do it if I was.
I have a
cutting
question because when I was watching the episode where Ronnie brought home those girls and that
Mm-hmm.
one girl like got blackout and like threw up on the couch,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was shook to my core because like I feel like I know that girl. Like she went to University of Miami. Like I could have known her. You know what I mean?
True.
And like
True,
she
yeah.
got out and like she was like like numb and like her body wasn't moving. She was just like throwing up and like Snooki was holding her.
Spasming.
And now that girl like it's her claim to fame on Instagram. Have you seen?
Yeah.
Like have you spoken to her?
No. So that girl, when we were on the show, she was saying like, okay, so girls come back, right? And then like you don't know who is a fan, who's just random, who's like everyone knows what it is.
Yeah.
Usually it's like you know what it is, but you're not like a diehard. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Only once in a while, like a diehard like infiltrates
Yeah.
the fort. You know?
It used to be grenades and now it's diehards.
Yeah, exactly. So like she was a diehard.
Oh, really?
And she knew where we were gonna be. She like made it a point. You know,
Oh.
like I'm like I hate that I'm even talking about this. We're gonna change the
Yeah.
subject soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I just want to say
This will be on her Instagram later.
yeah, exactly. She was saying like back then she was saying she was most likely voted to be on Jersey Shore. So like
Sure.
that whole thing was like a calculated
Right.
like she made it
Oh my
on
God.
Jersey Shore, and then that
Wow.
was her moment of
The
making it
thirst
on.
these days is out of control.
Yeah, but like it's so funny. Like you got on, you finally made it, and then you were like spasming,
So
and
embarrassing.
throwing
You
up
blew
on
your
the couch.
chance.
Yeah.
We've
You
all
blew
been there where
chunks.
you're like so
Yeah,
excited about
literally.
something, you drink too much.
Of course.
And you black out and you blow chunks.
Yeah, it was bad, but we all helped her. I mean, like production, like did a good job. Like you don't see that part, but like production.
No,
was,
Snooki was being helpful too.
yeah.
It was wild. Like I've never seen anything like that in my life, and like I drink a lot, like all the time.
Same. I mean, I've been there.
Of course.
The best line of the whole season was like, "Bitch, I'm Snooki. I've been there."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, oh, this
It's
is
just
perfect.
how full circle we've come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
She's not taking care of the girls.
Right.
A lot of people
Okay.
want to know if you guys are still close with Danny from the shore store.
I mean, close as in how? Like we don't go to
Like, do you
like
talk
each
to him?
other's like holidays. You
But
know?
have you-
yeah,
you
yeah.
text?
Like I've been to Seaside over the years. I go there like I get like cheese balls. Like,
Yeah,
they're
over the summer.
They're amazing. I'll go stop at like because I don't really go to like the mad poppin' places like crowded. So Seaside's like it's funny. It's like you go there, there's like a couple like old trashy Jersey people
Yeah.
there, and I'm just like drinking with them. So I would go visit him once in a while.
What do you think about Sammy's decision not to join? Like, do you think that she made the right decision?
I don't want to say she made the right or the wrong decision. I understand where she's coming from, but just for like the money and opportunity, I would like
Totally.
her to just make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because there are things like I hate about the show. Like, the show gives me like crazy anxiety. And like depression and PTSD. Like, the list goes on and on. But like, for the money and for the
Yeah.
opportunity, like I'll make it work.
Of course.
Like especially at this age.
Yes.
Like I have like again mortgages and stuff.
Right.
And I'm not saying I'll do anything for money because
Yeah.
and that's why I left back then because at
Right.
at a certain point like money is just not worth like your
Yeah.
sanity. But I'm in like a better place like where like it's gonna suck and I accept it, but like not everything should be easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
so
work.
I think she could have went through it in the same kind of vein,
Yeah, but now, like I said, I'm rewatching and like I'm watching the whole genesis of Sam and Ronnie, and like as like I was watching as like a 14-year-old girl, and now I'm watching as like a 23-year-old woman, and like it's very clear that like Ronnie is abusive, and like their whole relationship is like super manipulative, and like I really despise him, and now we're seeing that happen all over again. Like when I watch back, I'm like I can't believe we're still talking about Ron and Sam, and like we're still talking about Ron and Sam today.
Yeah, but I mean, I will say that that's a little bit of editing because we all spoke about Sammy. Like we don't have phones, we don't have anything.
Right.
We're just sitting in a
Talking.
room looking at walls and
Yeah.
cameras, and it's gonna come up that we talk about Sam. But of course, like, what are they gonna hone in on?
Yeah.
Is Ronnie talking about Sam? You know
That's
what I
true.
mean? So yeah, he could have like been more conscientious of just like don't say her name at
Yeah.
all, which he didn't. But in his defense, like you're not really thinking like that when you're there. You're just talking.
Yeah.
We don't know what's gonna be on the show later. You know?
Totally.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
And so for tomorrow night,
tomorrow night,
you
yeah.
get into some trouble?
I didn't see the episode.
Okay.
They're not like they don't show them to us till unfortunately. I wish I did.
You watch it live?
I don't. We usually watch it earlier in the day because like if we have interviews and,
Oh,
and
right.
stuff like we talk about it. But sometimes I've watched it live. I'm hoping not to watch this one live because I
Yeah.
want like this is the first one where like it looks like I'm doing something bad.
Yeah.
Which I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything because I want people to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it yet.
And Ronnie's baby mama comes to the house.
Yes. Yeah. So
How
I
do
guess
they-
they're gonna show that she comes and.
Who
Does she
else
go-
visits? Do any of the kids visit?
No, the kids don't.
That would be
visit. Yeah.
wildly inappropriate.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, that's the thing too. Everyone thought that I thought that when we do a reunion, it was going to be like
families.
everybody.
We thought that
up
also.
until I watched
Yeah.
the first episode, I thought families
Lorenzo
were
was
coming.
there.
Yeah, like family, and then like like kind of like Housewives. Like they include
Yeah.
like kids
Yep.
around in the
Yeah.
background and stuff. But this was like nope, extracting you from your families and putting you in this house and get drunk.
That is wild.
Same thing. Yeah.
That's amazing. So if you, for season 2, if you could go anywhere, where would you want to be?
Because you have a confirmed season 2. Congrats.
Yes, we do. I don't know. Like, I want to say Jersey,
Yeah.
like just because, like, when we go to these other places, like, it's tough. Like, we're not going to Miami like
Yeah.
a normal person.
Yeah.
Right.
Every place we go has to be cleared by cameras.
Where do you go to? What clubs are you guys going to?
In Miami?
Yeah.
Like 3 clubs, like Mackay, 11,
Oh.
and 11's amazing.
Those are good ones.
Yeah, but then that's it. Then like
Yeah.
Clevelander. You
Oh,
know what I
you
mean?
have to go to the same 3.
Like we have like a book of places that are cleared,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. We could pick from there.
Oh, here's my question.
But in Jersey, to like answer, like
Yeah.
everything is like easy there. Like
Yeah,
we
of
can walk to the
course.
store. I can get like bacon and eggs like right
Yeah.
next door on the boardwalk.
No,
like,
it's much more
in Miami.
difficult.
It's like you have to like clear like 10 production places to get like breakfast.
Does MTV pay for your guys' tables?
Yes and
Like the
no. They
alcohol.
started like sometimes they did that, but they're not like that's like a gift. Like they're not like
Really?
bound to do that. No.
Oh,
But so
I
when you
just
guys
assumed
go
that
out,
they
you always
did.
have a table.
Yeah. So this year they were better at doing that, because especially because like like Mike doesn't drink.
Right.
You know what I mean? They would just be like me and Paulie like buying
Yeah.
bottles every night. You know.
Right.
But I think the clubs comp a lot too.
Oh,
okay.
true.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of sense. Okay,
But
well,
I don't know because like I
don't-
didn't deal
you
with
don't
it.
book
You know?
it.
Yeah.
well, that's nice
good.
too.
That's good
Yeah.
enough.
It's like having an
Exactly.
assistant.
Yeah, like, well, it's our production company is like a giant assistant,
Yeah.
but you just have to get drunk for them and fight each other.
And be done.
Yeah.
How was it to finally have a pool?
It was awesome, but I only went in twice.
Oh,
Because,
really?
Well, I don't think production ever like encouraged the
'Cause
pool.
the mics?
Yeah, because like you can't hear anything.
Oh.
And it was never heated. It was heated once
Oh.
I went in, but when I did, that yard was the best yard we've
Yeah.
had. That yard kept me sane.
Yeah.
Like we've never had a yard like that.
Well, when you guys got to the house and everyone was freaking out about the pool, I was like, why is everyone freaking out about the pool? They've never seen a pool before. But then
never
I
had a
realized
pool.
you never had a pool in Seaside.
Just like those hot tubs.
That's
it.
crazy.
Yeah. But we didn't have time to go in the pool. It's like,
Yeah.
It was so different this time, like because we only shot in a month, and people have like real lives.
Yeah.
And, like so, whereas we would like take like full summers sometimes.
Yeah.
And like milk it. Like now it was like every single day, every second, every
Filming.
night was like us doing something.
It was like
You're
working.
going to lunch.
Yeah, you guys went from Florence to Seaside.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
when
that
you
was-
had your like little moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I would too.
Understandably.
Yeah, like I'm like I think I'm normal for
Yeah.
having that moment
Totally.
instead of
No,
abnormal.
it was the most like a relatable
Real
thing
thing.
ever. It was like when I get hungover, I want to be near nobody, and you're hungover every day, and you're drinking every night, and you're in the same house as the same people in different countries, and I'm like, how are they living like this? And I'm surprised you were the first one, and that like nobody had an experience like that before.
People had experiences like that. Like I'm prone to like having anxiety. Like I've had it like from when I was a little kid. So like what I do is like the worst thing. I'm in the like you could not
in a worse
construct-
industry.
No, not the industry. Well, that,
The show too, like the drinking.
the
and-
filming.
Yeah.
That's you couldn't construct a worse place for
Yeah.
someone with anxiety. Bright lights, no phone,
Alcohol.
people watching you, alcohol, no sleep, your physical activities, just none. People watching you all the time, the unknown, you never
Yeah.
know like what surprises are around the corner. But I deal with it pretty well, Back then, like I started like feeling like very just a lot of like that wasn't like anxiety, like I had anxiety. It was more like just like a depression, and like it wouldn't go away, and it scared me. And now I'm in a place where, and I'm saying this because it helps people.
Yeah.
Like, you can feel like I'm not saying like I'm in a place now where like I don't have those feelings because it's normal to have those feelings, but like sometimes you have to just be like it's okay to have those feelings, and if you spend like a month of having those feelings, like you're still fine. It's gonna pass, like
Right.
you know what I mean. So that's how like I've learned to deal with it.
Yeah.
And back then, that was the mistake I made. I'm like I'm having these feelings, I need to go home.
Right.
Now
Instead of like working through it.
yeah, like not like just accepting it. Just be
Yeah.
like, you know what? This
Yeah.
sucks. It sucks. I wish it wasn't like this.
Yeah.
But
But it's probably a lot easier in the queen bed and like in a much nicer house.
the house was like it was nicer, but like it was old.
Yeah.
It needed like renovation, so we're still in like
The
little.
bathrooms were out of control.
Dude, I hate fucking shitty
Ronnie.
bathrooms. I hate shitty bathrooms.
Yeah, no, that's really
a bathroom
important.
makes or break like
I agree.
like an apartment or a house.
Did
I
you
like follow
guys-
bathrooms on Instagram. I'm serious.
Did
Like,
you
that
guys
account called?
demand
I don't know.
queen beds? Like, would you have done it if
No.
it was a twin?
But yeah, we have no control over that.
That's
we don't know what the
crazy.
house is gonna
That's
look
crazy
like.
that you could like. Well, good thing you got queens.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I
we have to
guess.
wrap up, but if you want to follow along with the keto journey, you can follow the Keto Guido or
Keto, well, my main page is Vinny Guadagnino.
Yeah.
And then my douchey fitness page is Keto Guido. for
It's really
people
good. It's
interested
funny.
in that.
I
Yeah.
For
follow
Ben.
it. For Ben, yeah.
I wish Ben was here.
I
Like,
know.
gotta come next
Maybe we'll
time
do
when
a
he's here.
one-on-one
You guys
with
have
you
to
and
go
Ben.
on a keto date.
I need to
Show
like
him how
I
to
need
do
to
it.
like really show him
Because he's definitely doing it wrong.
He's making me throw up.
And he
with-
smells
Except
so
that he's
bad.
lost weight, so he's doing something
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well, most people they just cut out all the
Carbs.
processed stuff and they change. That's like people that go. I know we're wrapping up. Sorry, but
No,
people
no.
that like go vegan too. They're like for any diet they go on, like automatically.
Just the change itself.
Just the change of like eliminating soda and chips and blah, blah, that's going to make them lose it. But this is like the only thing that I feel is very sustainable for
Yeah.
a long period of time.
I agree.
Well, congrats on the success.
Thank
Love
you.
the show. It's on tomorrow night.
Yep,
See Vinny
tomorrow
get into
night,
some trouble.
Thursday, maybe
tweet
I get into
nice
trouble.
things at him.
Oh my, it's the worst.
Do you go on Twitter during the show?
I live tweet.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but usually I'm like a saint on the show.
Yeah.
But last week, like I was a demon because of like I didn't like my haircut.
Oh,
yeah.
no, that was
So this
funny.
week I'm just gonna be like just.
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get hung.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you're following The Morning Toast on Facebook, YouTube, and in the podcast app. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So we'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Bye.